am having one of those days where everything is going wrong. I just visited with Emma over the weekend and I've left my camera charger there. My camera is dead, so I'm using a different one. And I just went to find the video for today and it's gone. So whatever I did with it, I think I've accidentally deleted it. I need to refilm, so here we are, and I'm going to be using the same stuff that I used last time. It's going to be an H&M Get Ready With Me. The only difference is it's no longer a first impressions because I've used this stuff before. Hopefully that means that I can kind of use it slightly differently, I don't know, but I do already know which of these products worked for me last time and which didn't. I don't have a base to use, I didn't get a foundation. Most of the ones that I looked at online, I was just like, I don't expect, because it's not a cheap makeup range. I didn't want to spend, say, £10 on something without actually being able to swatch it in store and knowing for a fact that colour was going to be right for me. And after using the concealer, I'm really glad that I didn't. Difficult to figure out foundation from online swatches too. So I'm just going to use the concealer. That's the Cover Up concealer, and the colour I've got is Vanilla. And I'm going to use it just under my eyes, around my nose, and in these little areas that need a little bit of something because there's redness or breakouts. The thing that I didn't like about this was the texture. Now, depending on my skin, I might feel differently today, because you know sometimes you use a product and you're like, oh, I don't like that, and then the next time you use it it's completely different because your skin is different underneath. Like if your skin is drier one day, something will work really well, and then the next time it doesn't. And already this is feeling a lot nicer. Haven't prepped my skin at all or moisturised. I think the kind of drier conditions of my skin are working a little bit better for this concealer, because today I would have been like, oh, I quite like this. And when I filmed this before, I really didn't. So that's something to consider, and maybe a bonus, a benefit to having to have refilm is that I have kind of a different opinion of that now. Next I'm going to use this mattifying powder. It's in porcelain. I've used this tons since I got it. I got this last year sometime. Ooh, that is molting. And I really, really like this very, very fine powder. I have this brow pencil. It's called Brow Specialist in Espresso Brown. And I remember this was really quite creamy, not at all waxy, a little bit soft and easy to get kind of colour, and very, very easy to be too dark, so you need to be quite light-handed, but I really did like this. The spoolie on the other end helps to kind of blend it, I find, and make it look a little bit more natural. For eyes, I've got a few products. The first one I'm going to use is the Eye Colour To Go in Watipu Beach, I think. This is kind of like a crayon. I'm going to just put a little bit of this on my lid and then smudge it out with my finger. I'm also going to put a little bit underneath, and I'm going to use this brush from Real Techniques. I think this was the shadow brush to smudge that out. Next I'm going to use this Cream Fusion eye colour in Opening Night. Originally I only used this, the sun is kind of creeping into the shot. I only used this, but it's really quite sparkly, so I'm just going to put that on top of that crayon base. It doesn't give a lot of colour by itself, but it's a really, really nice sparkly finish. Then I'm going to use this, what colour is this? A Colour Essence eye pencil in Terroir. Terroir. I'm going to put a little bit of that on the outer corners to define my eyeline a little bit. And again, I'm going to use a brush to smudge that out a little bit. If, like me, you're not really good with eyeshadow and blending and all that stuff, you might find that this kind of smudgy cream eyeshadow look is a way, way easier way to do kind of a smoky, slightly more dramatic eye than just some like winged liner and some mascara like I normally do. Mascara I'm using is this High and Mighty mascara. It's a little bit swish looking, and the brush is very, very little, very small, kind of fine, rubbery bristles. When I used this initially, I was really impressed at how much lift it gave me, much more than I expected actually from a tiny, tiny brush. The first time around I used a cream blush, but I broke that, I dropped it and it broke. So I'm going to use this one. It's powder blush in Apricot. One step I nearly forgot, I'm going to use this soft Kajal Pale Nude eye pencil just in my waterline. Previously when I did this, you may have seen my Instagram, I did a really dark, it was Chalk Therapy lip liner and Brunette Ambition lipstick, but I don't feel like that goes now. I'm going to use like this peachy shade. It's called, what colour is this? Marsala. I don't have a lipstick to match that, but I do have this, which is the Lip Saviour Balm in Sepia tint. It looks like this. It's just kind of a really sheer glossy balm. And that is that. I actually prefer it to the look that I did the first time, so you know, these things happen for a reason. I like the slightly sparkly, slightly smoky eyes. It feels like a more summer appropriate darker eye for me, and I prefer the peachy lips and cheeks as well. But I hope you enjoyed this. This time around, pretty much all the products worked for me really well. I enjoyed using all of them. At some point when my camera will film in more than 10-second increments, I'll get into a proper best and worst of H&M makeup, because I kind of need to get into a more chatty video about kind of what were the highlights and what weren't, and this camera is not working for me right now. If I talk for more than 15 to 20 seconds at a time, it all shuts down. I have to start all over again. So yeah, for now, I really liked all of this. Even the concealer worked for me this time. So it obviously just depends on your skin type. And maybe if you're feeling particularly oily or you've moisturised beforehand, it might not be that great. It felt very silicone-y in texture the first time. But if you've got any particular products from H&M Beauty that you know I haven't tried and I haven't hauled, I'll put my hauls linked below. Please let me know if you want to recommend anything for me to try. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!